Hello. When I was walking up here and I was trying to figure out exactly what I was going to say, and all I could think about was the last 4 months and the process that we went through. 4 months ago we were sitting on this lawn, considering taking Trey to China for this treatment after months and months of research. And we finally made the decision to go, and all the planning and preparation and journey over there. And it's funny to look back and, it's finally behind us. And it was worth every bit of time. I mean, we went over there with a complete respect for the Chinese culture, knowing that it would be, different. It's not the United States of America, and we were very happy to come back home. But when we got there, we were met with the same respect that we had for their culture. And we had a good experience over there. Anything, any requirements that we had, they were fully addressed, with a very good turnaround time. Even better. But the staff in the hospital was professional. Anything that we needed, they immediately attended to. And it's just amazing to see Trey go through the process and having his treatments. He did very good throughout the whole process. We're already seeing really great improvement in his vision. Trey had a little bit of vision prior to going over to China. But even 2 weeks after the treatment started, we started seeing little changes in his vision. Like, he would see a shadow on the ground and he would think it was something laying on the ground, so he'd pick his foot up really high and step over it. And it was just amazing to look at him and see the progress that he's making. And I stand up here with a new set of hope of what the next 6 months will bring for him and bring for our family. And it's just awesome that we have this opportunity to go there and do this for him. And it's something that really we need to do here in the United States. It could help millions of people, and no child deserves to start life with a disability. So if it's something that we could cure before they even are aware that they have it, how could you be against that? That's one of I did a journal while I was over in China, and one of my entries was, wouldn't it be amazing if we could cure its disability before he even is aware that he even has one? Because, Trey, he's an active, healthy young boy. He doesn't know he has a disability, and he should never know. So I think it's great that there's hope out there that, any children for the different type of ailments will have this hope in the future. So, and I'm going to introduce actually Trey's grandfather, Dr. Burgos. He went over to China with us. We had a whole clan over there. 5 of us went over there, so he's just going to say a couple words.
All right. Thank you very much. It's a unique experience when you combine being a physician and a grandfather. Most of the time, as a physician, we are looking for, like a microscope, every detail, pros and cons. But it's so difficult. I understand when a physician tells parents, families, nothing we can do. That's a very hard. And there is something. Always have a hope to do something new. When I heard about these stem cells transfusions, of course, a lot of questions, and still a lot of questions. But when you don't have alternative, but you can see right away that you will have a benefit for the child. I'm talking about not only my grandchild, I say every children through the world. You have to take that chance. Because this procedure really is very, very, I would say, safe. 99.9999% safe. What I say is a unique position is because sometimes you have behind your hand, your neck, your head, like what about if something happened? What about if something was wrong? That's the question you have all the time as a parents, family, friends. You have to face. But at the same time, I say, well, if I don't do anything else, the whole family, I'm talking about the whole family, Abby, my son, both families, we have to offer something. And then you have to search investigate, read, up to date yourself. And you wonder how a lot of ophthalmologists in the United States, they don't have no idea about these procedures. Talking about Jacksonville, Miami, we went down there, they don't have no clue about it. So we went to China, thanks God. And I'm also a Christian, a believer. I always say that God made mankind, right? And blood is involved in that process. Placenta, embryo, right? Child, everything is involved. So I'm agreeing with the fact that we had to use what is there. Nothing sophisticated, nothing that we had to do too many things. It's just there. All right. Any placenta in this world is a child, is a mother. There's a blood there, and we can use that. The only thing that I really scared about was the spinal tap, even though I'm used to do it, when the child has meningitis, But I say, well, let's go. We know that the spinal tap also had to be done on children with leukemia when they had to give the treatment to the spinal canal. But thanks God, basically he has no reaction. They become a little bit agitated after the sedation. But in general, it's not a big deal. Just give something after the child is waking up, give some Phenergan intramuscular, and that sedate the baby, because that's the only concern that we have. Once they have the spinal tap, you have to keep the TV screen. Now he can do it like I would say 2 feet away from the 2-3 feet. So you can see that change. Before we left China, talking about a week ago maybe, he was able to see. And he can, most of the time, when you talk, he can say grandpa or mommy or daddy. Now he can see and he can say dad or grandpa or mom. So this definitely changes. Of course, it's premature. Yes, I agree with you. But at least some changes that we cannot ignore. All right? And we are very happy about it. So I'm so glad that you all come this afternoon just to spread the voice that something is starting, something's just the beginning to make this stem cell treatment in the United States. And we hope that all of you become that kind of voice to say, we are here, we will do it. Thank you.
Thank you, first of all, for having this. It's an honor to be here, and it's an enlightening experience all the way around. I too have worked in healthcare for many years, and I think it's an excellent opportunity to be a part of. And nothing is perfect. However, the opportunities that for improvement with stem cell and stem cell research is just remarkable, and we're just hitting the very small piece of it. So I'm working in Panama and working with the international community to bring standards to a level that can be acceptable all the way around. This is something new for all of us, and so that we can also bring it into the U.S. and coordinate and do some working with the university so that so it can be acceptable. It's something that's very challenging and a bit scary, and sometimes those things in science in working with the human being is just that way, and it's going to be questioned out for a long time. So thank you again, and we'll make this thing grow.